All right. So thinking now about you as a leader, if you've built a business that has been about you and your brand, but now you want to make sure that your clients are coming to you for your business rather than you, and that they're coming to you for your brand, and you've got staff who can deliver the quality of service, and your clients know that they can get good quality based on whoever they deal with in their team. And I wanted to share some of the things that leaders struggle with. And I was talking about this with a friend of mine who runs like an agency, a tech agency. And so this applies if you're like, professional services, if you've got, maybe you do digital marketing or you're a lawyer or something like that, where you are the expert and you do great service for your clients. And now you've got a team of people, but whenever your clients are around and you're around, the clients keep coming back to you, right? They keep deferring to you over the team member because they know you're the top dog. And this is totally normal, right? As a client, I want to deal with the owner of the company. I want to deal with the top dog, and we're all the same. But how do we actually enable and empower our staff to be able to take the lead and to know that, to let our clients know that they're going to be fully taken care of? And so, yeah, so I was talking about this with a friend who owns a tech company, and she was saying what happens is that she's got really capable staff. They're great. They're project managers. They deal with the clients day to day. They're on top of the project. They're great, right? But when they have, say, a monthly meeting or a client meeting and they have a one-on-one, and then they're normally fine, right? Totally deal with it without the owner there. But when the owner decides, oh, I'll just pop in, I'll just jump on the call and see how things are going and say hello, everything gets derailed. The client starts deferring to the leader of the business, asking them all the questions, and then the staff member is just like, what's going on? And so my leader, like, she doesn't want that. She doesn't want to be the one who's answering all the questions and taking over, and she ends up with all the work to do as well because the client is asking her questions, and she doesn't want that. She wants her staff member to be the one who's in control, and she wants those two to have a really great relationship, but she's not sure how to enable that situation. So these are just what I want to share today. So three things, right? So one, you want to empower your staff, you want to prep the client, and you want to prep yourself as well. So I'm going to share what those things are. So empowering your staff, your team member. First thing, before the meeting, you want to say, right, you're leading this meeting, right? You've got this. You've been working on this project. You've got it all in hand. I trust you. I know what you're doing. You lead the meeting. And so they're already enabled. They've got that permission. They know that, right, this is my show. They're going to take control and step up. If the client asks me questions, you just take over, you answer. You're the one who's responding. So they know that you're comfortable with them doing that. You're not going to jump in, and they've got permission to go ahead and do that. You also want to ask them, what do you need from me? Like, do you need my support here? Do you need me to come in 5 minutes later after you've already started so that I'm not there at the beginning? What do you need from me? So asking them, have a conversation, let them know that you're aware of this situation, and let them know what you want the outcome to be, and work together as a team. Like, it doesn't have to be rocket science around this. So that's empowering the team member. And then you want to prep the client. Again, this doesn't have to be secret squirrel business. You want to say to the client before the meeting, maybe jump on the call, a couple of days before or something, and say, hey, I know you've got your meeting with, let's call her Sally. You've got your meeting with Sally in a couple of days. I'm totally happy to leave her to it. She's got the project all in hand. I'm just going to jump on and say hello. But I'm not there to take over or anything. I'm not there to run the meeting. It's just Sally's show. I just wanted to say hello and pop in. So I just wanted to let you know that even though I'm there, your point of contact is still Sally, and you're still going to deal with her. So you're prepping the client to know that you care and you're there, but she's got a trusted point of contact there. He or she, whoever your client is. So that's prepping the client, and then you want to prep yourself, right? So this is the bit that I think most leaders most people struggle with, is actually letting go. So prepare yourself for when you are on the call. Know what you're going to say when the client does turn to you and ask you a question, because they will, because it happens. So know how to deflect that. Hey, great question. Sally's going to answer that for you, right? Love that question. Let's follow up after the meeting. I'll have a separate conversation with you about that. Know what might come up and know how to deflect it or hand it back to the staff member so they've got control. So prepare yourself in that. You also want to prepare yourself on the project so that you're not asking silly questions. You want to know where they're up to and what's going on and what decisions have been made, so that when they're having a conversation, you're not thinking, wait, what happened? Wait, let me ask about that. Wait, let me just jump in, because you do, right? If you don't know what's going on, you're going to ask those silly questions. Let me check if I think there was like one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I think I said that anyway, but like, resist jumping in. So that's the thing that that most of us find hard to do is when they're having the conversation, you've had an idea and you're like, oh, resist, right? Just like, I know you want to serve the best for your clients, and you can, it just doesn't have to be in that moment. That moment is about your team member and your client building that relationship and establishing that trust. And if you have an idea, super awesome, either talk to the client or talk to your staff member after the meeting and bring it up another way. Resist that urge to jump in and take over, because then if you do, you're just enabling the client to rely on you, and you're disempowering your team member because they're not, basically, if you do that, you've gone back on what you said you were going to do, and then there's a whole trust issue there as well. But anyway, so that is hopefully some helpful advice for you if you want your clients to be dealing more with your staff, and your staff to be empowered to take over that client relationship management without you having to step in and be like the face and the person who does everything. So hopefully that's helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.